Are you really woke? Do you know how to spot the signs of toxic social conditioning? Welcome to a community where we are all worthy, where we are all beloved, despite what society may have taught us. With mindful media, resources, and social commentary, this channel serves to help us unlearn toxicity and relearn wellness. First, starting with the right to reclaim our lives. So join the tribe and subscribe, because this is the reclamation. Hello, beloved. Welcome to Moon Talks, a mindful moment segment for the Alchimie Ascension tribe. Moon Talks is where we come together to discuss what we are releasing, beginning, working through, and how we are coping with the new and full moon energies that are playing out during the month. During these Moon Talk mindful moments, we will cover the what, why, remedies, and resources that can better our own practices, self-care, and inner work. As a lover of astrology, this segment is by no means to declare any expertise on astro happenings. I do not claim to be an astrologer, just simply a lover of the skies. This aspect of our Patreon community is simply a space where we can offer each other support, share tips and remedies as we navigate moon transits both together as a collective and individually. So grab a drink and get cozy. Let's talk about the moon. Welcome back to another Moon Talk segment with the tribe. So depending on where you're located, we have the new moon in Pisces on March 2nd, full moon in Virgo on March 18th. The new moon in Pisces may represent a new beginning in spiritual awareness or a new spiritual practice, a spiritual awakening perhaps. And the full moon in Virgo may represent a conclusion in work or the improvement or change in our daily activities, health, and maybe even new health opportunities or remedies that come to the surface. Just a reminder, we have created some supportive content for you to better support your healing, self-discovery, or awakening journey. That being episode 16 of our Goal Soul Affirmations podcast, moving out of self-pity and into self-love, as well as the extended version of this Moon Talk and collective reading, and our Ego Check journal exercise or workbook, available with questions and affirmations for Pisces season. So moving right along into this Moon Talk, songs help us channel messages and energies for the month here. So these songs of the month are as follows: Overheated by Billie Eilish and Candlelight by Zavia Ward. Now these songs embody Pisces season for completely different reasons, although connected. With Candlelight, there was an overwhelming feeling that the collective or the overall energy is one of coming out of a dark night of the soul, where there may be a lot to take in, but ultimately it's safe. There's been that period of taking time to heal, to reflect, and now it's okay to share, to connect, as there's a better understanding, a better know-how. With Overheated, there's this overwhelming sense of ripping off the Band-Aid. It's painful, it may be jarring or shocking, but it's something that needs to be done. And there's no shame in doing so. It can be anxiety ridden or provoking, but ultimately it's a release. There's a release of pressure and appreciation for self, for the journey, for the experience. And so these songs brought up some questions with regards to navigating the season, and they are as follows. How are you letting fear or your subconscious drive your life? How does romanticism, escapism, disillusionment affect you? How are they trying to keep you stuck? What stories of victimhood are cropping up for you right now? And how can you respond to them consciously? How can you challenge or beat your anxieties? How can you refrain from being a victim or continuing on with cycles of martyrdom or overgiving? And are you hypersensitive at this time or reactive even? And lastly, how is the hyper awareness of a dream keeping you from making real, tangible progress? I hope you sit with these questions because there is a possibility that poverty consciousness may be coming up at this time, where we may not be truly valuing or tending to our natural inner state. And there may be a doubt, a non belief in what it is that we're creating. Not that we're not connecting or relating to it, but rather there's a judgment of it, and a judgment that it may be too unrealistic to continue on or illogical. But we're to be reminded by this month's astrology that another season of ripening, of understanding the subconscious, is here. Secrets can be revealed, even secrets of the self, like our self sabotaging behaviors. We may be birthing something that's been underground or under wraps, and right when we're ready to push the button, a wave of doubt or a wave of disbelief comes in and threatens all of it. More than anything, health and wellness is, yes, in the eye of the beholder, but also of great importance right now. So, whatever it is that we're pursuing or looking to achieve, that's something that we do feel in alignment with. And that's something worth pursuing, especially if it fulfills us and brings us joy. But the key is to not get lost in that or stuck in the analysis paralysis of everything. It may behoove us to think more like a Virgo, mind the details, take our time, take steps towards intuitive action and healing, to seek our inner shaman, and even meditate. Meditation will be a wonderful resource for us to ground ourselves and to calm our mind, to recognize that we are spiritual beings, spirit, and one with spirit. We may want to let ourselves finally play and connect with all that there is, to do what we know is best for us and what we need to do, not letting fear allow us to push our blessings away or doubt that they're even coming in. And although low energy thoughts may creep in every now and then, know that they can be calmed with mental stimulation, self compassion exercises, grounding exercises, creative outlets. And if we don't have one yet, then we are allowed to figure out what might be a more positive outlet for us, and especially with figuring out our ego, our motives and motivations, and to also give our minds a break. This month can feel like this is the time to nurture the maiden, to create and tap into virgin energy, making something out of nothing, to soothe our minds and our soul. And not just soothe them, but merge them through intentional play. We may be of the mindset, because it is so intertwined with our society, to be logical, think logical, to ignore feelings, ignore our softness. But we are being asked to dip our toe in the Netherlands, to take a chance on what we know to be better for ourselves and how we have come to understand, come to know, come to learn how to temper our emotions and everything else that comes in life. You know, dip your toe in the water of life to access new worlds and another stage in your evolution. It's okay to respond out of acceptance for what is and for what's to come, not to fear abandonment or give in to abandoning whatever it is that you're working on, working through, because fortunately and unfortunately, we are beyond the point of no return. So it's time to keep moving forward. Now, as we're all about resources and remedies here, some remedies for this moon cycle include working on the solar plexus, sacral, and third eye chakras. For the solar plexus, wearing yellow or adapting to yellow color theory could be supportive, as well as channeling your energy, taking reasonable risks, indulging in some sun healing could help ground us at this time. Setting some simple goals, affirming your personal power, conducting a cord cutting exercise, or denouncing martyrdom altogether. And for the sacral chakra, participating in orange color theory or color therapy could be supportive, as well as engaging in cathartic practices such as screaming, crying, or letting out whatever emotions are coming up to the surface. In a healthy way, of course. But also do something spontaneous, becoming more aware of your triggers, taking care of your body, and letting your creativity flow. Lastly, for the third eye chakra, indigo color therapy may be supportive here, as well as opening up to another perspective, exploring plant medicine, star or moon gazing, engaging in breath work or unearthing limiting beliefs, observing your thoughts, taking notes of your dreams, and in times of need, relying on the following affirmation: it is safe for me to see the truth. Don't forget, we do have supportive content for you. Denounce martyrdom, denounce victimhood with episode 16 of our Gold Soul Affirmation podcast, moving out of self-pity and into self-love, as well as our Pisces season ego check journal exercise for working through ego blocks that may be coming up in the month so you can initiate ego death. We're so excited to announce that our Ego Check workbooks will become available for purchase in our shop on March 21st to recognize spring equinox, kick off the astrological new year, checking in with yourself, challenging your ego, and welcoming ego death. Now, these Ego Check workbooks come with a breakdown of the themes and energies at play during the season of a particular zodiac sign. And these questions are designed to challenge ego traps, those same old stories that may be creeping up at certain times of the year, since we really want to help make the process of ego death, the process of unlearning and relearning easier. We compiled those questions into digital journals that you can keep for yourself, access for however long you need to, and maybe revisit them as a seasonal ritual for yourself. Our Ego Check workbooks are available for you to purchase as a bundle or individually, depending on whichever season you want to focus on. Although if you sign up on Patreon, all journals will be available for you there. You won't have to purchase them. You will always have access to them. For the price of a small coffee, you get access to all 12 Zodiac-based Ego Check workbooks. But if that's not something that you're interested in, they will be available for you to purchase in our shop, so you can pick and choose which season it is that you want to focus on for the energies and ego traps that may be coming up in your life. So find our Ego Check workbooks available on our website now at projectalchimie.com, and it'll also be linked in the description box below. So that is what we have for this month's Moon Talk. Do let us know what you're working on, working through, and what remedies have been helpful for you this month. And with that, we say happy Pisces season, beloved. Take care of yourself and don't get lost at sea. Thank you so much for being here. Wishing you peace and blessings. We'll see you in the next one. Namaste, beloved.